Welcome to FXcast. This is our FXcast market analysis for Friday, April 29, 2011. In this video, we'll talk about some high probability trading setups. We're going to evaluate the gold chart. We'll create a low volatility watch list, an inside bar watch list, and we're going to view the economic calendar to see how it's going to affect our potential trades. So first up, we're going to look at the Euro Aussie. On the dollar chart, we see a potential trade here with a trend that is sideways to down. We have a descending wedge that we'll show you in a moment. So our trigger is going to be a break below 1.3530, with our first target being 1.3435. Our second target is 1.3360 with a stop loss of 1.3560. So let's pull up the charts and take a look. So as I said, we're looking at a descending wedge, so we're going to put in our support at around here. Make sure we have this selected. There's our support. Let's draw our downtrend line. There we go. So this, at this point, has to resolve one way or the other. And so right now, we're going with it resolving to the downside. And that's why we're looking for a break of 1.3530 with our stop just above our wicks here. Our first target, we're trying to come down to our initial support, and then our second target is coming all the way down. Now keep in mind, right now, because it's a descending wedge, we're playing to the downside. You can, however, play this to the upside. So if we break 600, 1.3600, we have a trade to the upside. But right now, we're going to focus in on it being a descending wedge and it breaking to the downside. You can trade this either way. Let's pull up our next setup. Okay, again, trigger 1.3530 to the downside with our first target. The next one we're going to look at is the Euro Yen. Again, on our daily time frame, we have a sideways to up trade here, so therefore it's not a wedge. We're going to focus in as a triangle. We're looking for a break above 121.50. Our first target is 122.90. We don't have a second target because that is the last swing high. And our stop loss is going to be 120.60. Let's go to the charts and take a look. So let's go ahead and draw our trend lines. First, we'll come down here to the bottom and draw it up. Then we'll draw another trend line from the last swing high and draw it down. And there's our triangle that we need to break ourselves out of. And so we're looking for, let me grab our crosshairs. We're looking for this to be a rising 3 candle pattern. We can break above and test the next swing high. And that's why we don't have a target. Certainly, it could break lower. But right now, because we're in an uptrend, we're going to watch this to break to the upside, or we're going to put in a lower high. Now, also, as we come over here to the hourly, we can see that low volatility setting up, and we've got the top of that at 121.17, and we got the bottom down here at 120.50. So it looks like we could see a break to test this last swing high here, or even come down and retest where we broke to the upside from. But again, our target is to really play this off the daily and try to break out of the triangle. Okay, so once again, there's our setup for the Euro Yen. Our next one that we're going to watch is the USD Yen. Once again, on our daily chart, we have a sideways to down chart. The pattern we're going to watch here is the fact that we're channeling, and we're looking for a break below 81.20. Our first target is 80.50. Our second target is 79, and our stop loss is 82.20. This is a channeling pattern that we want to watch. We thought we were going to start to cycle back up to the top of the channel, but today's session brought us back down to the bottom, so we want to see if it's going to break. Let's go to the charts and take a look. Okay, so you can already see we have a support line drawn in here, and that's what we're looking for the break of. And our channel, the top side of our channel is up here. Yes, we got a break up here. We got a break below it here. And we thought perhaps that we were finally bouncing and moving back up to the top of the channel. However, our 20 and 50 moving average are acting as resistance and we push right back down. So now we want to see, will we break this support level or are we going to go back up? But if we want to break it, we want to make sure that we're prepared. And as we come over to the um, 1 hour chart, we can see we're getting low volatility. The volatility around 81.30 on the downside and 81.65 on the top side. So it does look like we're getting ready to set up for a breakout. Again, we don't know which way, but right now we want to make sure you're aware of the trade to the downside. So once again, there are the details for our USD yen trade. We also want to talk about our low volatility watch list. We have low volatility on the USD franc. So our high of that volatility is 87465. The low is 870.90. We also have the dollar yen, which we just talked about. We have the pound dollar with 1.66 at the top of that and 1.66240 at the bottom. We have the dollar Canadian, the euro yen, and on our inside bar watch list, we have the Aussie Canadian, the Euro Aussie, and the dollar yen. So the dollar yen has come up on our high probability trading setup. It's on our low volatility watch list, and it's on our inside bar watch list. So that's probably one that's probably going to really catch my eye and be one of the ones I really look at for tomorrow. Let's go to the economic calendar and see what's going to come out that could affect our trades tomorrow. Okay, as we pull up our economic calendar, we can see a couple things right off the back. We can see the Bank of Japan with their target rate decision. This is certainly a high impact release. Also for Germany, we have the unemployment rate. And then we come all the way down, and in the States, United States, we have the GDP announcement. So we have three high impact releases that will affect our trade. So if we miss here on this one, obviously the dollar pairs will be uh, impacted. Uh, the Germany is going to impact the euro, and of course the Bank of Japan target rate is going to affect the yen currency pairs.